So we are here at Napoleon Quay in Antwerp, in the middle of the city, where our three ships are moored. So the Musette, the Canada and the Lune 2, the three beautiful sailing vessels which are going to take us to Scotland and Norway and then back to Antwerp.
What we're trying to achieve is to bring more responsibility to the student embarking with us, and to really put into practice what we learn in school, using astronavigation, using charts with only the direction and the speed over water, and to be able to sail only like that. As well, we're gonna meet our fellow students in Scotland and in Norway to be able to connect with other students in the maritime world.
We have 18 students on board, quite an adventure ahead. So we're excited to see where that leads. We made some exercises on the harbour with life rafts. Our 18 students jumped into the water, came into the life raft. That was quite an adventure already.
Waren wij natuurlijk uiteraard onmiddellijk enthousiast, want het was een project dat ze zelf wouden doen voor de studenten. Dus dat hebben we uiteraard onmiddellijk aangemoedigd. Vervolgens hebben we dat mee achter de schermen opgevolgd. Maar ze hebben het uiteindelijk toch allemaal gerealiseerd. En het feit dat we hier vandaag staan is de realisatie van de studenten eigenlijk.
We are very excited that our project is finally becoming real after many months of hard work, of great concentration, of coordination, that finally we may now reap the fruit of our efforts.
If you have tissues.
On fait une route sur le continent là au 290 à 4 nœuds 3-4. Puis voilà, tout le monde est réparé à part une petite qui est malade et puis voilà. Comment ça se passe chez vous?
Écoute, ça va mieux là, ça s'est calmé, même les récalcitrants finissent par ouvrir les yeux donc c'est mieux. Et nous c'est pareil, on fait route vaguement vers la terre, hein. On est autour de 310 pour 4 nœuds et demi, 5 nœuds.
C'est l'anniversaire de Jonas qui agonise depuis 3 jours dans le bateau. Et il a eu 25 ans hier, on vient de l'apprendre aujourd'hui, donc le pauvre, on essaie de faire un petit lot de consolation. Hier il était vert et là il a retrouvé quelques couleurs, donc on a bon espoir qu'il apprécie ce dessert fait sur le vif. Happy birthday to you Jonas, mais il est à la barre en plus.
We arrived in Peterhead, our first stop for the Antwerp Student Fleet. First navigation was okay, a bit windy, a bit of the crew was seasick or feeling a bit bad, so time to take everyone inside the trip, and then now everyone looks okay and happy to be here. That's good, good news and good opportunities for the rest of the trip.
Le chef n'avait que 16 cadets. Le chef n'avait que 16 cadets. Mais il en avait 30. Mais il en avait 30. Et allonge la jambe. Et allonge la jambe. Et marchons, 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 car la route est longue. Et marchons, 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 car la route est longue.
We are here in Peterhead at the Scottish Maritime Academy, where we were welcomed by Ms. Hope and her team, who gave us a tour of their school, which was extremely interesting for us. It's quite a different perspective on the maritime environment. The students are trained for fishing vessels as well as supply vessels.
We are in the largest whitefish port in Europe, so it fits our locations.
We were first given an introduction by Headmaster Hope all together. We were then split in two groups. One group first having a go at the simulator, and the other group meeting a class of students. We heard their stories. Many of them come from older seafaring families, so they are third, fourth, fifth generation of sailors. So it was very nice to meet them, to hear from them their experiences. It's a great pleasure as a student, but also as an organizer of Antwerp Student Fleet, of having the impression that this is the first fruits we are getting from our project. So, of course, it continues. We have yet to sail to Norway. Say 1/3 of the voyage is done, and it all went well, and that is a great source of satisfaction.
We take the last weather forecast from this afternoon. It's clear to go to reach Norway, but my trouble for the moment is just after that time. It's a big storm. If we take 5 hours more, we are going to have a big trouble to reach Norway. I don't want to take the responsibility of bringing all of you at sea in condition up than 45 knots of wind. After that, I can't be sure we had no trouble. I think it's better to change a bit the programs and to maybe get back along the coast of England, because we can find a lot of spots and make 20 hours of navigation, so we can reach every time a good sheltered anchorage. But I'm afraid if we reach Norway, we will stay in Norway for the next winter. Okay, I can't say, okay, everybody is seasick, everybody inside, I close the door and go in Norway, but it's no sense for that. Okay, I think it's better in the case we have to, okay, I'm supposed to be inside in my bed with a book, and you're supposed to use the boat. Okay, and for that we need some better condition.
It is an opportunity to thoroughly familiarize with the ships, to be active ourselves, and also to become more collective. So the next steps, the voyage planning and getting the ships there, that will be our collective effort, the 18 students of Antwerp Student Fleet, and not of a small committee. So this will be the base to work all together for possibly the first time.
Let's go spring forward. Tell me when the propeller is clear. Clear. We need to take down around something. Watch your head. Don't be on deck, please. In the cockpit. Whoa. Ouais, de 4-0. Je le relève à 2-2-0 tout à l'heure. 2-0. Et là maintenant, de 4-0 à peu près. Ça bouge beaucoup. 2-4-0.
And now I'm going to do plotting of the position line that we just, the bearings that we just took. So I'm going to use the règle-cras. Évidemment, ça bouge. And now we have a precision which is about 1 nanomillimeter, which is huge, very performant technique. Voilà. Yeah, on the tower, I don't know what tower he's talking about, so I guess it might be this. There is a chimney here. What? It looks like a triangle, so it means that the bearings were or not precise, or taken at different moments. So if you wait a bit, then it's totally false. Yeah. So we're somewhere, we were somewhere in this triangle. We're going this way, so I think this triangle will be deported somewhere here. So we'll see. Next time we try to have a more precise bearing. Okay.
There is no GPS data available here. So I want you to have an estimate position every hour. So you can use like second year stuff, snurlius, bearings. You can estimate the current, so you will find them here. So you had for every hour from Aberdeen tide, you had direction and speed, spring or nip. You will be in charge to change charts as well. When you saw that there is like 10 miles left for the next chart, just find it out. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, perhaps like this logbook, it's kind of nice. What we have to write, so basically what's everything happening on deck, every estimate position, course, estimate speed, current, all the course that we need to take, all the sails that we put or get out. Feel free to put funny stuff for the next watch.
A little story every day.
We found an alternative here in Lowestoft. We were at the Maritime Academy, also Engineering Academy, and we had a nice tour around their campus. They had lots of training facilities because offshore and wind energy is highly active in this area. So we had a nice view on their radar, on their communication systems, Voyage FMF. They also had a pool to simulate training exercises with lifeboats. It was really nice. They could dim the light, they put on some wind, some waves. They made that it seemed like it was lightning. They were a company that were training for 2 days over here, so they rent the place. And we had a try on their simulator as well. So we tried to enter the harbor here in Lowestoft, but the boats were pretty big and yeah, the bridge was pretty small, so we had a few crashes. That's nice. It's really informative, so it's a really good visit.
We are here in Antwerp, ready to berth alongside the quay with the other, and then we're gonna end the project. Something just ends, so we're gonna try to make something happening again. I think that everyone learned a lot and took a bit of responsibility, or at least have more concrete spirit about what is to be sailing, to be in charge and so on. So we're gonna try to do it again. So now I feel like we're gonna start again to rebuild something.
Despite our change of plans, we managed to get some very interesting didactical programs and experiences on the way.
I had a few times that I went on a boat on a sailing trip, but afterwards I had no sailing experience at all.
I had very little experience before.
We had people with already a sailing background or a maritime background, and other like entirely fresh and new without any idea of what the swell, where the wind was blowing from. And so all these people mixed together made a really nice crew.
None of us are professionals, we all have to learn, but precisely this is the point.
The motion of the boat, the vessel at sea on sail is really nice. Don't hear an engine at all, just the waves and the wind going through the water. It's beautiful, it's really nice.
Oh, I love being at sea. I really loved it.
Oh, I really like it, yes, for sure. Up to a point one feels at home. It's a bit a strange feeling, but one simply enjoys the elements. One enjoys being on a ship, one enjoys feeling the movement of the ship.
That's a really nice aspect of the wild nature you live in at sea.
The three ships were really totally different.
Not only were different ships, but also every captain is different. They all have a bit of a different background and also lots of different experience, so you get to learn so many things.
Each captain had his own qualities and own special skills or things they focused on, and it's nice to see how the captain chooses the dynamics of the boat and how they interact with the team. I know for sure that I really need to be with people, that I cannot be alone, so sailing alone would be really a shame for me.
What I learned was how a team spirit can develop quite quickly by doing something together. We were all on the same boat, everybody supported each other, we kept pulling each other up. And that's something very important, very enjoyable as well.
We had a really good dynamic. We already knew, okay, this person is good in this, but I can help them out in this, and then they will help me out in this. I learned different things from each person, and I hope I got to teach a bit also.
Group dynamics are special because you live in a really tiny space. You have to do everything together, cooking, cleaning, doing the watch. And that's nice, you do it in shifts, sometimes they sleep, sometimes you're awake. But at the end you made just 6 new friends on the vessel, and the total group you made 20 new friends. So that's the beautiful thing about those 20 days.
We practiced life at sea in all its aspects.
And there's sometimes I just realized that this all was organized by a few students.
Yes, this project was made by and for students. Starting point was few students talking together, creating a big idea.
We didn't know what we were venturing into. We didn't even know where to start in the beginning, but we've learned a lot during the whole process. So many layers that we didn't even know existed when we started. So yeah, it was a very rich experience.
I think it's quite unbelievable to really catch what they all managed to do.
So it was a really huge and heavy project to be made up, because we had no clue about how to make the project.
I'm proud of the students' organization and just the energy everyone put into it to make it succeed.